अस्सलाम वालेकुम, hello to everybody. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਹੈ? ਸਿਕੰਦਰ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਿੰਗਸ ਨੂੰ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ. ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਹੋਏਗੀ soon.
Start with the journey. How's your journey started, and when you realized that cricket is my love?
I didn't really realize it till the very last moment, to be honest. I think I started realizing it when Zimbabwe Cricket showed interest that they would like to work on me and basically encourage me to play cricket. They spend a lot of time, money, effort on me, and that's when I started to realize that maybe there may be a future in cricket. But I never thought they would. When I was studying, I didn't think cricket as a full-time sort of thing.
So, Sikandar, we witnessed so many upsets in the T20 World Cup 2022, and Zimbabwe defeating Pakistan was one of those. You bowled amazingly well, but what were you thinking when Pakistan were on the verge of winning? Then, of course, you came and bagged 3 crucial wickets and completely turned the tables.
Yeah, so I kept looking at the scoreboard and I knew that if the run rate stays around 8, close to 8, I don't think so that's a wicket where it's going to be too easy for them because of the pace and bounce and carry in that wicket. So our initial thought was to try and drag the game to take that run rate to 8 overs, and if they have to chase 40 in the last 5 or 30 odd in the last 4, then we back ourselves to make a game out of it, and that's what happened, to be honest.
So which wicket is the biggest one for you, like according to you?
In the World Cup or just against the Pakistan?
In that particular match versus Pakistan.
Yeah, I think Shadi was a big wicket because I felt like Shadab was in good control of the game, and plus Shadab can hit a ball as well, and to be fair, before he got out he hit me for a 6 as well. So I thought the turning point was among those 3 wickets. I think Shadi's wickets was a good one.
So how did you guys celebrate after winning such a big match?
Oh, listen, I think the celebration is on social media anyway. So we went to the changing room, we came out, we did the Shona singing, we did the dancing, and that's our particular. That is how we celebrate anyway. Even when we win anywhere in the world as well, that's how we celebrate. There's a bit of singing going on in local language. There's a bit of dancing. There's a bit of humor. There's a bit of banter. We make our own songs, and it's quite nice.
Right. It was such a fantastic match. I mean, you guys really nailed it, I must say.
Thank you very much.
So in the year 2022, Zimbabwe defeated Bangladesh in ODI series and T20 series, and you were player of the series in both the series. You scored 100. Zimbabwe defeated Australia in Australia, and this World Cup victory against Pakistan. So it would be wrong to say that the 2020 was all about you and Zimbabwe cricket.
No, I think you're being far too kind. I wouldn't say 2022 was about me. I certainly do believe 2022 was about Zimbabwe and the people of Zimbabwe. We've had a lot of lows, we've had a lot of losses, we've had a lot of close games, but I think we needed to turn around. What I can say is 2022 was a year for Zimbabwe cricket to turn around. Alhamdulillah, we have done that, and I'm very confident and hopeful that 2023 will be a lot more victories, in my opinion, inshallah, than we had in 2022. So I would completely agree with you half that 2022 was suddenly a year for Zimbabwe.
So if you have to choose one, like a victory against Bangladesh, 100 against India, or an IPL contract, if you have to choose one.
Victory against Bangladesh. For me, there's a lot more satisfaction when we win as a team than any of the personal accolades. Right. So I would happily, because I know I got 100 against India, but we didn't really win the game. Had we won the game, then that would have been really special as well. Plus, I haven't gone to IPL yet where I bagged man of the match or
right.
Turn around or something to help the team to win the game. So for me, it's a pretty easy choice. Once Zimbabwe has won the game or my team that I'm playing for has won the game, I'm picking that one.
How was your reaction when you find out that your name is in the best ODI 11 and you shortlisted for T20I and ODI Player of the Year and ICC Men's Cricketer of the Year award?
So first of all, I didn't even know that these things exist. I mean, you have a vague idea that somebody won Player of the Year or something like that. But I think the real or a feeling that I'm looking for actually came in when somebody told me that I'm the first Zimbabwean to do that. And the reason that is so special to me is because we are capable of doing that. One of us just had to do it. And now that Alhamdulillah I've done it, I'm sure there'll be other Zimbabweans as well who will follow the path, who knows how to get there now. And hopefully there'll be more representation of Zimbabwe as a country, as a player, people of Zimbabwe. Right. They love to see their flag among these rankings and awards. So I'm very sure there'll be more people, in future among those awards. So once I knew that I'm the first Zimbabwean who has done it, then that was a very special feeling.
So, as an all-rounder, like you're a great all-rounder. So, you take any inspiration from anyone? Like, who inspires you as an all-rounder?
Brother, I try and think differently. So, I mean, I wouldn't say there's anyone in particular that inspire me. I think if I have to pick inspiration, I think inspiration first of all and motivation comes from within, that I want to do well. Once the inspiration or the motivation comes from within, then I think everybody else doesn't really matter. So if I have to pick where my inspiration comes from, then my inspiration comes from the gift of life and the beautiful game of sport which we play, which is cricket. So my inspirations come from life and cricket.
So there was a period of dark days when Zimbabwe Cricket Board was banned by ICC. So during that period, how did you keep yourself motivated?
I was very blessed in a way that I managed to find a couple of T20 franchise tournaments, just one or two during those 6-7 months when we were banned. So I managed to sort of keep myself busy and stuff like that, alhamdulillah. But I can tell you it was a very tough time for all of us because we didn't know where this ship is heading and what is going to happen. There's a lot of questions in the air and no answers. So it was definitely tough for all of us, not just for myself.
Sikandar, you have played in so many leagues around the world. Bangladesh Premier League, Caribbean Premier League, Lanka Premier League, and there's so many. So how has your journey been so far?
So I've always said that I'm very grateful and I find myself really lucky that I've been part of good leagues and I've been picked by good people among great countries. The journey has been very blessed, to be honest. A lot of the lessons were a lot of failures came along the way with a little bit of success as well. But you take those failures and success and you keep learning and marching on, and hopefully I can use all that experience, all that lessons, all that failures and that comes from failure and success, and try and use it in this year in all the franchise tournaments that I'm part of, which starting from BPL to ILT to PSL and eventually inshallah at IPL.
Right. So like, what do you think of yourself as a bowling all-rounder or a batting all-rounder?
Oh, I'm a batting all-rounder.